Click, clack, chart stack, bagging up them profits. Live stream flowing, keyboard slamming, never stop it. Tradesharpe on the rise, making Wall Street nervous. Big account, buying lobsters at that lavish surface. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trade. Crypto, Forex, indices all aligned. Tradesharpe stunning, pockets full, feeling fine. Few account climbing, gains up in the skies. Every trader banger, never seeing demise. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades. Crypto, Forex, indices all aligned. Tradesharpe stunning, pockets full, feeling fine. View account climbing, gains up in the skies. Every trader banging, never seeing demise. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades. Got that Midas touch, turning trades to gold. Fans watching all, stories being told. Broker fees no bother, wealth and ride the fold. Tradesharpe living large, lobsters never cold. Cash flow quick, lobsters in the mix. True hustle on display, never miss a click. Dollar signs, live streams, making waves. In the market game, riding high like trades.
I don't do it for the gram. I know I'm on no man. I'm at 2020. Whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020. Reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Welcome back, yes sir. Welcome guys, let's go. Hope everyone is well. Let me make sure everything's working. It is. I still remember how to stream. We're all good. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. I see everyone saying happy new year to you guys too. Wish you a successful year ahead. Appreciate you guys showing up, and yeah, can't wish nothing but the best, man. That's what I want to see for everyone. I want to see everyone do their best here, man. That's it. That's what would make me happy, to be honest. So yeah, let's get it. See what we got going on in the charts here. And yeah, good morning to everyone. We got everyone in chat. So let's get it. Yeah, let me just set up everything. Let me post this in Tradesharpe. All right. So we're gonna do the analysis here, have a look at what the hell's going on the charts, and then take it from there, right? So let's go. Welcome. Yeah, I hope everyone is well. So this year's focus, we're gonna focus on mainly gold and DAX here as well. GJ, we will have a look at GJ for sure. The ranges actually don't look as bad, and when you start to measure, it's quite nice. So if we look at this pre-session move that happened, setup number 1 here, we can see actually if we measure here, stop loss would have been only 10 pips, target would have been 12 pips. I do like when the ranges are small like this. It's pretty fun, and it's pretty concise, you know. It feels good, and it's quite simple to trade. So when the ranges are small like this and stop losses are small, then targets don't have to be as big. GJ tends to do a lot better and perform in those type of conditions. So we're going to see how it ends up forming here. Of course, it is the first official trading day of the month in terms of a full week of trading, without having obviously January the 1st. Now, a lot of people are going to be excited into January, which there's a lot to be excited about. But typically, do not get ahead of yourselves. You have a whole year of trading ahead of you, if you are going to trade for the year, that is, of course. And you know, this is definitely a time. We did some preparation yesterday with the guys in the exclusive. We did some back testing. We could see early on in the beginning weeks some inconsistencies there, which we will be able to take into today, basically, right, and use into today, to make sure that, you know, we are ahead of the market, which you never really are, but we do our best. So let's go ahead and start off with the analysis here. We start off with the weekly time frame here. So weekly time frame on GJ is closing bearish here. This daily support can go. We're seeing it close bearish here. Not really any crazy type closure, but nevertheless is bearish, and telling us that this breakout here on the weekly is invalidated now. So it's going to be a question of, do we create weekly support to make a high low and continue, or do we want to retest lower levels? When we investigate on the daily time frame, we start to see that support be formed. We start to see, you know, us pushing towards this resistance here. I wonder if we're going to have problems at this resistance. Just going to draw a line here, and then we go investigate it further once we go on the lower time frames here. So put this as daily support, DS, and we go ahead and we put the 4 hour now. So 4 hour actually pretty clean. We haven't had any 4 hour pullbacks for quite a while, since Friday opened up today, and just started pushing so far. But that is leaving us into a bullish bias today, which, if we look at structure, definitely is more on the bullish side. Moving on to 1 hour time frame as well, we're starting to see basically the only thing for concern, and these are all previous levels here, is we can put P1, previous 1 hour, S support. These are all previous levels. Now when we investigate on the 30 minute, we do start to form some levels. I don't think that'll be, I think this 30 will be more important here. 15 I'm gonna mark because I think it'll be a little bit higher, something like that. Boom. So we have this little range here. Wonder if setup 1 buys would make sense here. Let's go ahead and put this as a 15. So ideally we need to gain some information. We don't know if breakouts are going to work during London. We didn't see, like, this is the first session where we're seeing some volume back. If you look at Friday's session, pretty damn boring. This was New York. If you look at London on Thursday here, we can see that we were coming from a consolidation, and around 11 o'clock here we did end up pushing down and continuing during London session, but we did have some little nasty pullbacks during that time, right? So this is stuff you have to notice. It is quite a deep pullback, that around 36 pip pullback, not a small pullback. And yeah, definitely something, you know, we need to keep in mind here. In terms of breakouts in New York, we did see on Thursday New York breakout did work, but on Friday the New York breakout here, which was this one here, did actually pull back first before continuing later on. So over Asian, we've started to continue up. We finished off the session around somewhere here, and now we're slowly making our way towards the upside. So inevitably buys do make sense above here if the risk to reward is right. You know, stop losses are small here, but it's all relative. It doesn't mean that we're going to get a massive move. We have pushed since this morning daily open. This is where this daily open is. We've pushed already 75 pips, almost 100 pips, guys. That is a lot for GJ, especially when the ranges are small. How do we know the ranges are small? Measure candles, right? This candle here is about 11 pips. The breakout continuation was about 8 pips. The next candle gave a total of 12 pips. Once you just start measuring candles, you will start to understand, right? 14 pips, so 75 pips is relative. It's a pretty decent move already. So ideally a liquidity grab would be warranted here. Let's also go have a look at gold here and see what gold is doing. These lines we can remove, and yeah, seems like we are pushing on a pullback over Asian session here, leaded by last week NY. If we're looking at weekly time frame, nevertheless we are closing bullish here, but leaving a bit of a rejection. We're kind of continuing in that range. We will bring back this weekly support here. So I do expect gold to play in the range. When we were discussing the higher time frame analysis, we were discussing the possibility of staying in this big range. Now the caveat is this is it's a bloody big range, guys. It's a very big range, and which is of course very tradable. So looking at daily time frame here as well, what can we see on daily time frame? Well, daily is also closing bearish here. We're not below this. I want to just mark this to see if we've reacted off it or not. Let's just have a look. Put this as put as DR, previous DR. So weekly support seems to be a target for the day. 4 hours closing bearish, so it is a bearish session here. We did get, look at that, we did get that 4 hour close below the daily, if I've drawn it accurately, which I doubt I have. So did it actually close below? Let's see. No, just closed above. So makes it a little bit more tougher, but as long as we remain below this low here, then you know we could find more opportunities to continue down sell. So let's go ahead and see the lower time frames here. 1 hour looking clean, down towards this kind of support here. I'm sure we'll have some sort of 30 or something soon, maybe here. So this is going to be a 30. I'm sure the 15 will be higher, so we'll just drag this towards the 15. We want to take whatever comes first. So yeah, 15 tiny bit higher. And we have a 15-minute support right here as well, which we've actually closed below. So there is an active setup one coming. It's going to be very big information to see if this ends up being a fake out. So we're kind of seeing the start of that. 15-minute candle just closed bullish back inside of the range. Actually, no, it just closed below it. So I would like to see one more setup one form. This, what it's doing right now, is exactly what we want to see. Go to grab liquidity, let it grab liquidity, and we can look to continue the sells and fill this clean candle zones here. Even setup 2 would be quite nice, since we did get the close below here. If we come up back to daily resistance or wherever it wants to come and create a nice little bearish candle, we can take sells to continue this down. Do I think it will fill the whole zone? It's possible. We do have to keep in mind we have dumped straight since Asian session, kind of like GJ pumping straight since Asian session. GJ has more structure than gold. And where we are right now could be a bounce zone, as we've reached a major target. So it bouncing here is not out of the question, but below we could see some form of continuation. If we look at Friday, the information we gained was 11 o'clock was the biggest candle here, which is coming in around 15 minutes. So what does that tell me? Well, this next 15-minute candle closure This next 15-minute candle closure should be the one that gives us good information, because on Friday we saw 11 o'clock be the biggest candle of the day. So let's see how the 11 o'clock candle closes today, and based on how that candle closes, we will be able to see if it gives us an opportunity. If there's a setup on that closure, which would be price closing below here bearish, which would be basically only that, to be honest, in 15 minutes, that would give the option. That doesn't mean it has to be exactly 11 o'clock. We could get 11:15, but that first setup coming earlier is the one that does the business. So last but not least, we'll look at DAX, but we'll have a look at DAX after Frankfurt open here, and take it from there. So good to see you all, and hope you guys enjoyed the analysis on GJ and gold. We will do DAX. Actually, we could just do DAX now. It's not going to make too much of a difference here, I feel. Oh, we're pumping here, so let's see what DAX wants to do. So huge information. You guys are lucky you're getting this information. We're the ones who actually put in the work. But DAX inside of the range, probably not going to be the best until proven otherwise. So we need to watch DAX today. If DAX stays in the range, I'm going to watch how price action forms in the day before touching it tomorrow, potentially inside of the range. We start to leave the range on a big breakout. I'm not going to buy continuation without structure. If we break out with structure, I will take that setup, as that would be valid for me. So let's have a look. Excuse me. So weekly candle did close bearish, but it's kind of like that rejection candle closure. This could form like a really nice setup to continue the higher time frame buys, where DAX has been quite bullish on higher time frames. So we could see that this kind of break the high and be like a setup 3, and that weekly candle has just grabbed liquidity from the lows. At the same time, this could also show weakness of continuation, and we stay in here before continuing up. But at the moment, it's not looking like that because of how powerful we're moving already on Monday here. It's going to really depend on this daily close, but previous daily has indeed closed bearish here. Previous 4 hour would have closed bullish, giving us a mixed session here. We don't really have the best bottom wick, if any bottom wick, on this candle here. And where we're trading at resistances. Those in the exclusive who joined the backtesting session, does this sound like deja vu or what? What situation did we have in that session which was very, very similar to this, right? Where we're sitting at that daily and 4 hour resistances about to break out, and what happened to the breakout at this zone. Massive information to have that advantage, right? So those who were there, right, you guys will you would understand, right? Yeah, so we know we can be prepared. So we know if it breaks out of daily resistance. Look, we're at 4 hour and daily resistances. If this is deja vu, this is what's so beautiful about market. Like, this is the exact same situation that was presented to us in the session. So we will see how price reacts at this type of zone, and then take it from there. But we'll come to see after CPI and all of that stuff is out of the way, which you know, then we'll do that. This is the first week of the month, so we will have our news, classic news that comes, you know. So you know, especially that first week of the month always gives us, you know, PMIs, basically more USD news, right? ADP, and then Thursday, Friday we should have NFP, right? Non-farm employment change. So NFP day, NFP week. Now we see what's going on. This depends what time they release it, bro. Don't know what time they're planning to release it here. It would be great if they gave us a time. But they're saying all day. But preliminary is yeah, did they say all day? Because the actual is compromised data 6 German states. Okay, so they'll be reporting during the day. Juice says 13 o'clock. Well, that's maybe what time they're starting, so we should be okay during London. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 hour 10 minute, yeah, so we're safe with that, since that's around 2 o'clock. I mean 1 o'clock, sorry. So not too worried about that. Obviously, mixed bias session. Listen, the problem is we're in the range. I need to get more information inside of the range. But you know, sells are not out of the question inside of the range. But let's just see how price action forms. We're at daily resistances. It's a tough spot to be at. Daily resistances and 4 hour resistances. So let's let it cook, and then we see what to do with that, we see what to do with that. So yeah, let's see what happens with this candle. 8 minutes for gold candle to close, maybe for continuation of sells. See how this looks in a buy opportunity, as I prefer to buy than to sell. I'm normally better at viewing things in a buying opportunity. So in a buying opportunity, this looks very extended, like we don't have any pullbacks, right? This is a small pullback. Is it enough liquidity? It could be. It could be enough liquidity. Gold sells, but I got into an Asian session into a gold buy. Depends where, man. It might have made sense at the time. You don't have to be worried. If you were taking it maybe somewhere around here, 4:45 a.m. Hey man, it's not out of the question. I guess we've changed structure and stuff like that. You know, a little bit of a counter trend and counter bias move. But again, you shouldn't be holding that position, right? You shouldn't be holding that position. That's how that would work, right? So yeah, good to see everyone. Hope everyone is well. And yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. If you haven't done already, make sure to do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. Leave a like on the stream. I would appreciate that. How much of us? 288 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up on a Monday here. And let's get it, guys. Big year ahead. I'm looking very, very forward to it. And happy to be back in my routine, man. Happy to be. I was very busy during the holidays. I was keeping busy. I had some work I was doing. Had some time off with family. Some family flew down. So I was spending time with them. And that's it, man. Kept it simple. It went pretty fast for me. And that's it. GJ sell because of 4-hour bias. Well, bias is bullish on GJ. Bias is bullish on GJ. So Happy New Year, man. Good to have you back. Thanks, brother. Nice. Good to have you back as well. How much percentage gains in 2024? Of my actual account will be 100, but I'm risking 2-3% sometimes, so it will be above that. So it's not going to be accurate compared to what I consider 1%. I don't look at R. I don't look at percent. I look at R. 1 R is relevant to what I'm risking, right? So 1 R would be $1,000, and that's how it is. Inshallah, 100 wins today. We'll see, man. First day back at the market. You know, there's no rush. We have 300 plus days. How many trading days are there in a year? I think there's around 200 something trading days in a year. But we should calculate that, actually. We should do a little recap. I think I'm going to do a webinar with the guys, a little recap. A little recap of the year and stuff like that. I think that would be a good one. I did actually do some of that. I am planning to share it with the guys on one of the webinars. Which is going over 2024, showing how I collected data and then how to make you know, changes from that. So I'm going to show you, because there's some interesting things I learned, some very interesting things I learned. $250 trading days? Yeah. 252. Interesting. 5 minute has a support here. Even 5 minutes is clean here. Does gold just want to keep melting today? I mean, it feels weird. Like, I feel scared to sell the lows on the first setup of the year. But hey, man, if it's the only option that there's going to be, then let it be. I think the best thing will be is if we need like a decent top wick to have the confidence. So yeah. What pair are you trading right now? This is gold. You can see the pair top left. You can see it bottom right. You can see it here. Another one bottom right. You can also see the price. If you see the price, you should be able to know the asset. So how I run it, guys, for the beginning of the year is basically I will run the first month of the year same risk as I was risking last year. I don't go crazy. I don't go heavy because it's the first month. I want to build some sort of balance. Sometimes first month is shaky. If we look at my last year, January was pretty much break even it ended up being, but that was a pretty tough one. There were not many positions. Hopefully this year we could see more. I mean, price action does look a lot more lively than last year. I can see that right out of the bat. And yeah, you know, so take it easy for January, and then February I will increase risk. Every year I look to increase risk as much as possible, but this year I do plan to increase risk, and that risk will be increased by February because I can use a balance from January and also understand the price action. So depending on how January goes, I will decide how much to increase. Nevertheless, even if January is not the biggest month, then I will still increase risk in February as it is my plan. Because it doesn't matter, right? Because you traded last year as well. So technically you could just trade January, but I prefer to ease myself in because, you know, you have 11 more months of trading after January. That's a lot of months. It's a lot of months, you know. So it's, you know, it's how you have to do this. And another cool thing I was thinking, this is my 5th market cycle, 5 years of trading. That's nuts. That's nuts. But I would say the first 2 years were a bunch of nothing. You trade NFP week? Yes, I am trading now, so I do trade NFP week. I even trade NFP day, but I'm trading London session during NFP day, so it's not a big issue. Sometimes you can see inconsistencies in NFP week, but you just read what price action is saying. Whatever price action is saying, that's how it is. Is it always better to get bias from daily and weekly? No, bias should be depending what time frame you're trading. If you're swinging, then yeah, weekly, monthly, and daily would be your time frames to get a bias. But if you are trading on lower time frames like us, 15 minute, 30 minutes, then 4 hour and daily. But key level 30, we can use that as a watch zone because by the time candle closes, we should hopefully be in profit by the time it reaches there. With volume, we should be able to push through. We will have to see, but I do see that there, you know. Sorry, I meant to type, would you do analysis on US 500? You want to see US 500 during London? SPX, do I have SPX here? I do. See what SPX is doing. We have to start weekly, right? So weekly starting to bounce off this kind of zone here. So even though weekly closed bearish, look how it's closing. It's closing with that rejection wick. If we look at daily time frame here, we see that support, what created the rejection wick. So nice little lows coming in here. Does look like it does want to try a little bit higher. Question is, do we want to see some sort of consolidation? For the moment, no, we're not seeing that. We are seeing a kind of breakout right now, and we're seeing price actually leave the 4 hour high, almost leaving the 4 hour high here. So what I would expect to see is you know, maybe potential continuation up to 5964, maybe small pullback before, because we haven't pulled back yet. We might pull back off this 15-minute resistance where we're at right now. We have to watch this zone up here where issues can create. If we do roll over in London session, that will send up NY to maybe grab liquidity before continuing up further. But yeah, it does make sense for a little bit more of a continuation of what the daily is doing. All right, 15-minute candle. Are we going to close below or above? Let's see, 5 seconds here. It's going to be interesting. We wanted to close below, so we didn't close below here. 1 hour candle has closed below though. So based on the 1 hour, there is a valid trade setup, but stop loss is too big for it to make sense in my opinion. 30-minute, this is not really considered a setup 3, although it does look like a setup 3, guys. The problem is the wick here. It's a long wick, so not really the best I would be looking for. But with the 1 hour candle closing bearish like this, which is a very strong bearish candle close, 5-minute creating structure, there can be a possibility to look for sells below this support on a 5-minute time frame with stop loss above here. Wow, that's only 14 pips. With stop loss above that high. So that is something I would consider, is potentially sell below this 5-minute support on a closure, because we have the 1 hour. So if price wants to continue down, why is it closing below the supports, right? We would just get a repetition of something like this, which we've been seeing happen all morning. But this time we would have more volume. Close below, continuation, close below, small continuation. I'd expect with volume and the 1 hour close, if we were to close below here, we get maybe a little bit more decent continuation. But the whole idea is I'm looking for that continuation. Regardless if it gives us volume or not, that's not in our control. What is in our control is what setup we take, right? So we will see, we will see. You should try trading NASDAQ at New York session. Yeah, it's a good pair. It's a good pair during New York session for sure. Bro, Happy New Year. You have been trading 5 years now. How long did it take you to stay steady on profits? I'd say like halfway through my second year of trading, I started to see results, because I needed half a year to see that. But first 2 years, not really too good, man. First year was a mess. I was not even following a simple strategy. I was changing strategy for the whole first year. Second year it's hybrid, I would say. So let's see what happens. 1,000 viewers this year. Let's see if we want to build. I think that would be a cool goal, to have 1,000 viewers on stream. Have not had that before, but we have some work to do. So any support, liking the stream, all of that BS will help the stream. Help get it out to more people, make sure that they benefit from this, start off their year right. We want to try avoid as much people, hopefully this year, with my channel growing and with the kind of social media reach I have, we can help a lot more people falling into that kind of scam of trading and then having a bad name of trading. Hopefully they find the real stuff, what trading really is, what it's really like to trade, and you know, not get messed up. That's the last thing we want, is to see people get messed up. I've opened a new trading account, 1 to 30, deposited $400, but even with a 0.1 lot, GJ buys not enough money. What is the minimum to trade GJ? Leverage. So let's do the math. What is 400 times 30? Do that. That's your margin. 0.1 is $10,000. So depends. Happy New Year's to the OGs here. Happy New Year's to the Peter, bro. No margin, bro. Man is waking up and you know. You can trade 0.01 on GJ. Can you tell him? Yeah, he can trade 0.01, but I think he wants to flip, right? Starting new trading scam this year. Let's hit it. What is it? I mean, last year, I think the most popular trading scam was probably the bots. So a lot of people launch a bot that I don't hear of today. Tell you that much. Bro, I have a new bot making me money. Great. Buy it. Don't hear about it today. And then, of course, I think the second one we saw last year was, of course, prop firms. But that's more of fucking companies scamming. That's like a... I mean, with the popularity rise, with them, how fast they rose, you know, it's how it is. Like you expect a business that grew out to the ground by a couple of young guys who probably don't have experience with that scale of business. You know, like you need to know what you're doing, you know. Glad to have you back. Good to see you guys. You don't trade EU GU pairs? I don't. I used to trade GU, but I need to keep my pairs lower. I don't like trading more than 3 pairs. 3 pairs is too much. More than 3 pairs. 3 pairs is even a lot. All right, so we did close bearish here. So yeah, if buys end up coming above here later, can be an option. If not, we can get that type of setup 2 buy variants. The 100 to a million was my favorite. What a blessing. I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to start beef on day 1, bro. The biggest scam of 2024 was Joe coming to Dubai for one-on-one and didn't pay. He's the biggest scammer. I'm joking. Some are like, pay to learn my strategy that made me 1 million. It's 3 weeks while my private bots still trade. Motto, you earn while learning. Yeah, that's the common one. I think in I think in 2025 we need to stop the Instagram stories where it says I'm looking for 5 talented individuals to join. I think we need to stop that, because it's like, bro, not looking for anything. I think that needs to stop. How's your bot doing? Oh, that was just an experiment. That's turned off long time ago. If I kept it on, it would have blown the whole account. Made 10 bucks or something. It lost 80% and made 10 bucks. You know, what a great deal. Still up. Still up. Bro, inspiration for many. I appreciate that, man. What's your management? For example, having one-to-one profit, do you secure some or leave runners? Depends on where's the support. If there's no support, then you can leave it, you know. But if there's stuff in the way, then I'm gonna secure, because that's just following price action. I don't follow risk to reward. I follow price action. I do what the chart tells me, right? It keeps emotion out of it, and you know. DAX showing some nice volume. My goal this year is to turn 1 million into 100. Oh man. Damn, look at this dump from these zones. It's a very decent dump. So we're seeing some nice volume. We need to take note. We need to take note at what time this volume is coming in. If you guys haven't watched my recent YouTube video, I spoke exactly about those times, right? The volume times. Very, very key, man, to take note of this stuff. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept, but to put it into a video, people have been asking me for that. And, you know, just really it's 1 hour before, 2 hours after is the easiest way to put it. But in a video, to see it with visual examples should help a lot of people. Harry, you say one good move per session, and if you miss it, then it's done. But how do you say the move you're looking for? Do you measure it by pips? You would see it like if it's a move that follows your plan. So it's not one good move for your session. A move can happen that leads to it setting up for your move. But if you miss your move in the session, then that's it. That's it. You can't get in. Or if price just, let's say I had a plan today was full bearish bias and I wanted to sell setup 2 here. But we didn't get this candle closing like this. Instead, we just got the next candle straight 1 candle dump. There's nothing I can do with that. That didn't give me a way to enter. I don't miss anything. It doesn't follow my plan. I don't miss anything. I just move on and check either another pair that I have lined up or move on to the next session, right? What's DAX called in MT5? Depends. It can be called German 40, German 30. DAX it can be called in your you just have to search. Am I late or did you start streaming early? You are late. I might change the stream time to 10:45. What do you think? What do you think, guys? 10:45 I think is fine, you know. 15 minutes later, because sometimes I don't think we need that, but I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I like to get settled before. I analyze pretty fast these days, you know. So I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Can you check your plans? Of course, bro. This is exactly. Thanks for reminding. Oh. everyone's ready. Let's see the plans though. Let's see the plans. Let's see who sends the first plans of today. It's gonna be one by Ents, bro. Ents on point. Let's see what he's saying here. So gold looking for what's this? Buys. This is not today, bro. Why is it taking like this, man? What is it taking like this? This is way too long ago. Oh, Ringy wins. Very good. So looking for sells. Yep. Some structure. Yep. Sell. Also set up 2 sell. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yep. I like that. I know. I saw that. Buys above here for GJ. Pullback by. Yeah, I think those buy. I think with this we could look to buy through that, because the you know the range could be enough. So we'll see that. So we'll see how price action forms, but this range could be enough, and then try to break through this, because when we have enough room to it, we can at least ask the question, can we break through, instead of trying to buy above. Only looking for pullbacks. This is a previous 15, I'm guessing. So you're worried about this previous 15. I think once we close below, we should be okay. Set up 2s. Yep. Gold, close below. Yeah, everyone has this previous 15. Very interesting. So if you're going to do this, then might as well go. Yeah. I do believe that now that we've tested it, it shouldn't be a problem. We'll have a look at that. Setup 5 for sells. Yep. That could also work there. I think that, yeah, same plan people have. So you need to zoom in a little bit more. So this would be encouraged for you guys to measure, do a bit more measuring, right? Because when you're measuring these ranges and you see that stop loss is only about 10 pips, and then you measure this range, right? Check this range out. That's about 13 pips. So when that is already becoming like our average session push, we don't have to worry too much. And by the time you're buying above here, it's maybe too late. You know, then you're really buying the highs. So that's a key point. Structure for sells. Yep. Which we've kind of created now. Buys above. Yeah, this one, this is the plan. I agree. Man's got all the plans. What are you looking for? Mixed buys, bearish, looking to take sells. Okay, structure. Close below. Buys make sense above this. I'd say leave buys out of today. That would be what I would do. This, yes, same thing. Bullish looking structure and for buys. Okay. Yep. Structure we have now. GBP USD, you're looking for pullback for buys. Should probably be more buys as well. Yeah, this depends, right? Because if the next candle closes bullish here, it's probably not going to be enough to get to here. So maybe you just look for the setup 1 and gold. Let's see what gold do. This is DAX, maybe gold next. DAX mixed buys not the best to sell in this range, but with good structure can try sells. Yeah, and what's cool to see, man, is that you identified the sells and you can see the sells are playing out already, right? Sells are playing out already. So yeah, good job. We'll see the guys indices chat here. Kyle, what happened in the backtesting session? I want to see you identify that. Sells, yeah. Not playing the range, I like it. Same thing, we need to be careful with pure breakouts. Need structure 100%. Good. I saw that discussion there. Happy New Year, Sarek. Thanks, bro. Same to you. Can you explain key levels on GJ? They're every 500. Issues trading in the range. Not only that, but look at where we are market positioning wise. We're at 4-hour resistance. We're at daily resistances. You remember in the backtesting session, the time in January, same deja vu. We were at 4-hour resistance and daily resistance. What happened? Right? What happened when that happened? We started to reverse. Fake out, yeah. I'm not a fan of just trading, and I agree, but we need to see how the ranges form today, right? So we need information to see how the ranges form on DAX today. Are you Muslim? I'm not. Let's get it. You get good setups while ranging, like bouncing off supports and resistances. You do. But we need to see how the ranges form, though, right? Because we don't want to be caught in a situation where you get stuck in shit like that. That's a no-go, right? It's gonna stop you out all day. So it's depending on how and this stuff here, we need to see our ranges form. That's what I mean. Like, let's say this form, and then you get the breakout trade. Yeah, this is a cool trade, right? It's not, this would be considered a breakout trade in internal structure. So what we want is we want clean trading zones. We don't need breakout of external structure. We just need breakouts of internal structures and ranges and stuff like that. Do you use brown rice or white rice for your chicken and rice? I use white. Digest faster. I prefer it. I used to eat brown when I was eating less, but I want stuff that digests faster, and white rice will digest faster. Background sound? Not sure, man. We'll have to check for you. This one is called Stack It. That is good. We want to stack it this year. Stack it by ballpoint. Happy Christmas Eve for every Christian? No, it's not Christmas Eve. That's Russian Christmas right now. I think what religion are they, like some sort of Orthodox or something? Maybe, I don't know. I need to educate myself on that. But I think it's Russian Christmas. So Russian Christmas should be, not sure when. I'm Serbian and we celebrate too. Oh, so I will wish you a Christmas Eve, but let me know what day is it. Is today the Christmas Eve? I'm guessing, since you said it. Not only Russian, many are celebrating it now. It's an Orthodox Christmas. Yes, my bad, my bad. I do know it is Orthodox Christmas. Today? Oh, sweet. May I ask what's your ethnicity again? I'm pretty much mixed. If you go into Google and search my last name, you can see we have a whole movie series on us. This is the movie series that was made on our family. We have a very deep war history. So, origin, I'm British, like I said, and you can see it's a British soldier, and we fought in wars. So down the bloodline, I will be mixed, right? I would be mixed heavily with all different places where the British infiltrated, right? So if you're looking at family tree, yeah, it goes pretty deep. It goes pretty deep. Infiltrated is not the correct word. I guess, I mean, that's what they were doing though. Ethiopia is celebrating Christmas tomorrow too. Very interesting. So we see 10 minutes for this candle close. Colonizing? Yes, I think that's the more politically correct word, but hey man, this is a Tradesharpe stream. We're not very politically correct here, man. Couldn't care less, to be honest. Because you get what I mean. We don't want to offend anyone. We're happy to everyone, and everyone is respected. So that doesn't matter. So let's see if we want to close below here. Maybe there's an opportunity. Beautiful top wick on the 1 hour is already made, right? That is dealt with right now, the top wick. Very strong top wick. But again, we need stop loss placement. We need stop loss placement. So if we get a close below here, stop loss placement could be above this candle here. Stop loss at 3,000. Bro, for 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, but 10 seconds, I was actually looking at it. Does he mean 300? Something 300, like here? This is a narrow stop loss. Are you using price action? I am. No top wick? Let me see, broker. There is. So let's see how it reacts off the support. 3 minutes for the 5 minute to close. Do I really want to be taking a 5 minute trade, first trade of 2025? Seems quite aggressive, but doesn't matter. I don't really think of it like that. First trade 2025. What do you thought about DAX buys filling up the zone? I think you'd need to change the structure, but yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. DAX loves to do these type of bounces stuff. Just in general, you know, the rule of middle of the range is normally the most inconsistent, which we can see, right? How it's just a bit of BS in the middle of the range. But I really would prefer to see this do this then that. That would give you more confidence. But it's not a crazy idea. Bias is technically mixed here. So nice to see my goal spread back down to 0.2 pips. Yeah, what's my goal spread at? Yeah, actually no, I'm still at 0.8, man. You have better spread than me today. Congrats. Your spread is winning today. GJ is at 0.1. That's extremely tight for GJ. But the ranges are small. Got slightly below on this broker here and rejected. So this is a classic. If this is going to reverse now, this is a classic trigger everyone in who FOMOs in break of low and doesn't wait for closure. So FOMO in break of low, doesn't wait for closure, and then this shit flips and they're all crying. And they're all crying. What broker are you using on gold, FXCM or Wanda? For analysis, just I use a Wanda. How much confident are you in gold sells? Depends. I mean, it does make sense in terms of analysis today. I really would prefer not to be trading on a 5 minute. I would like higher confirmation, but hey, I'm not scared to take trades, you know? Like, even I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, I need first trade to win. If first trade doesn't win, it doesn't matter, you know? Actually, did I win my first trade in January last year? We'll have a look. It's cool to have this journal full. We can see what happened. So I got basically break even on that trade, and then took a couple of losses, actually back-to-back losses. 9/16th, yeah, wasn't the best month. And then finished on a loss right at the end of the month. And then we came back, had a little 1, 2, 3, 4 trade winning streak, followed by another 4 trade winning streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trade winning streak. So that's my point, is you can see the difference. A recently retired VP at Google told me AI is on a whole new level, and this year he'll only advise is to get out faster than ever. Get in and out faster than ever. He predicted the whole technical landscape will be different. So I better move fast. Get in and out of what? Trades? Nice. Yeah, we will see markets evolve, but that's why price action is future proof. Everyone who's trading based on reaction-based points, very specific things will change. We are trading literally on candle closures. Candles will always close. They will close once every 15 minutes. That is a given, you know? And we trade based off that. So I'm not worried about that at all. Pepperstone didn't break the low. Broker broke the low. You can see it here on my other monitor. Actually, I think it's equal. It did break the low slightly, yes. How long till this candle close here? About 3 minutes. Yeah, I think we have to wait for this candle close. My only other concern right now is key level as well. That key level is lurking. That key level is lurking. Let's bring back a purple line. Hey, where's the style? Look at this shit. There's no style anymore? No way. Ah, they moved it here. They moved it here. That's a good upgrade or bad upgrade. I don't know if this 30 is going to be too relevant, man. We're not seeing it be very relevant in the recent price action. It's a bit shitty to have the 30 there. We do see it, of course, in the past. All key levels will be relevant at some point. Because I quite like 15-minute setup 1. Put stop loss back above the 5s here. No need to run that big one. 1 hour has made a big top wick. We'll see based off the... What is a key level? They're like round numbers. A lot of banks like to use them because of you know, them being easy to put in. Hello Harry, hope New Year was good. Jesus Christ, bro, looking swole as fuck. Okay, that's good. That's good. We want to look massive. Let's go. I heard AI will do a better job than humans long term for portfolio management, but scalping should be fine until day trade unless you're trading with millions. Look, the thing with AI is if AI starts running our financial system, we're all screwed. We're all screwed. Like, money controls the world, we know that. And if AI controls money, then what's that? Oh, you know, that's it, done. Then it will go all into this plan, you know. You know, you hear people like Musk and all of these people, they say they want to preserve, you know, humans and make them live forever. They're not talking about humans. He never said he wants to preserve humans. He said he wants to preserve consciousness. You have to read between the lines. I would think the opposite. AI good for scalping, not for long term. Well, AI will be a tool to help an existing model to make it adaptive. But in terms of portfolio management is different than day trading, right? All right, check this closeout, guys. We're closing with rejection. So this is good for us because it's keeping us safe. We know if something's going to close below deep, we could get some opportunities. So we'll see what ends up happening. Still, a 5-minute candle close below looks a little bit better now. 1 hour is still open. What did GJ do? GJ is ranging for now. So this is all good information. What's interesting is on Friday we saw 11 o'clock be the biggest candle for gold. Not really seeing the same right now. So maybe a 5-minute candle closing below here will be the one. DAX looks set up too, but no top wick. DAX doesn't matter too much about top wicks. I don't really notice it be too much of an issue. But I'm information gaining on DAX today, just to see how it reacts in the ranges here. You know. I'm very interested to see what it does in ranges, what time volume comes, all of that stuff. Give me a sec, guys. Go toilet, come back. Yo, 5 seconds, boys. Yo, 5 seconds. I swear I didn't do any funny business in the toilet, man. I swear I didn't do anything. It's not my fault. Literally 5 seconds. I was waiting for this close below here on the 5 like we wanted. Looks like it's broken through. See how I could have got into this. Just take it on this, I guess, but in hindsight, everything is easy. Yeah, you need buy stop there, sell stop 100%. Happened the moment you left your seat? Really? Damn, bro, damn. You putting your head on your hand on your head was a masterpiece. Yeah, well, I come back, I see this thing fly. See this thing fly. Let's see more targets. Where do we have more targets? Yeah, once we tap this 15, it's cooked. Hopefully we get a setup 2 on 5. Looks like market's scared of you. Ah, yeah, it seems like a little bit scared of me. Scared, that's why it happened. It's okay, we need this information. We need this information. You have to be yourself like a real trader, that way you won't miss the move? No, but I was looking for that 5 close below anyways. Like, that would have been my plan. That would have been my solid plan. I don't feel like I missed anything with that. That would have been a solid plan, especially with this close rejecting. It's kind of like a risky for a first trade. Now that we see this information, we can use that going into tomorrow. If this same thing was to happen tomorrow, it's gonna be okay to say, okay, volume can push through. But the good thing is, remember I said I don't really care too much about this 30 level. We didn't see much happen from the 30. The 15 was more that 5-minute support was more of an issue, you know. GJ is trying to close above. We'll see if it wants to close above. 8 minutes. How big would stop loss be here? 18 pips is pretty big. But we could get to break even by this resistance and then see if it wants to extend all the way to the daily, previous daily. Little thunder setup? Yes, there is a thunder setup there. I want to see how DAX forms in the range today. Five-minute target top of the range. You're going to take it impulsively or look for the break? Five close? Yeah, close is always secure. Let's see if it goes first though. 1 minute 44. What did you do here? Set up one on, what's this, EU? Nice, nice. Yeah, it's a clean setup one. What do you think on considering EU as a pair to trade, or is it one too many? That's personal choice, man. For me, it would be too much to handle more than 3 pairs, as it would just get too confusing. For you, that is a personal choice. Targeted on gold, yeah, that would be nice if we were to get that 5-minute close. Something I'll be looking at. Gold could be in that phase you said, Harry, with the Trump and dollar strength. Yes, that trade, that whole what you call narrative should continue into this year. We should see that continue into this year. Could be a possibility. Do you agree with entering a sell on DAX right now? Let's see how it looks. 2 5-minute candles closing bearish. This big top wick, if it was to flip, it would make sense to get down to here. But again, in the range, what did we see beginning of January? Inconsistency. So based on that, this would be a look-see type thing for me. Until I see mid-range start to do well. If we had, let's say, a consolidation here and we were breaking out, right? If we had a consolidation here and we were breaking out, yeah, I'd be more confident because that's trading from range to range. But when we're just doing this, we have to see how that works. Bro, should I buy or sell? Do both? Man, starting with that. Buy or seal? That's the classic one. DJ might close above. I wish we could have tighter stops. We can technically. What is that? 18, it's the same. It's the same. Took the sell while Harry was in his bio break. Yeah, I can't do that. Literally, I expected the 5 to close below. And I went to the toilet for 10 seconds and it dumps however much random shit. It's okay though. First day of my trading day, you know, this is good. What setup are you trading? Potentially setup 1. We'll see if it closes. Can you look at my UJ plan? Of course I can. You send it in the group or you send it in chat? Let me know. I'll have a look. Last 17 seconds, it closes above. Let's see. Might need to prepare. All right, didn't close above. Maybe waiting for next candle here. Would be nice if the next candle did maybe a close somewhere here. This would be quite a small stop loss. 11 pips. We have at least 8 pips to there. Where's your UJ plan? In the group or where? No, it's still sending to me. What's a good percentage return each month? You know, if we're looking at realistic, 2% return each month would be industry, top industry. Like if you're looking at institutional traders, 2% a month is a very, very strong thing. If you start risking 2% per trade, you can easily bring in 8% per month. I would say my average last year was about 5% a month. So you can, you know, I would say that's good in my opinion. But 5%, it's not a percent, it's 5R per month, right? So that's it's not, because the percentage of my account, I'm risking a higher percent because I have the leverage. Waiting for this candle to close bullish for buys. I would just be careful. Session bias is mixed, or if you're going to do that, makes sense, but you need to watch this zone here. See, many times price just want to do that, right? Price just want to do that. So if you take it, that's what you're watching. If it starts to reject there, you get out. You all laughed at me 3 weeks ago when I said I'm holding DAX from 2450, but look at now, I'm still holding my position. Bro, we were day trading and you held how much drawdown? We were like 100 points in profit and you were taking sells. Like, that's not an accurate entry. And you're still holding on to that. You know? Trading is not about picking a direction and getting lucky without a stop loss. I can do that now. I will just take 2 accounts, open one buy, open one sell, and in 3 weeks we can have the same conversation. So make sure you have a plan. If your plan was to swing trade, should have mentioned that time. Hey, I'm planning a swing trade from here with big stop loss. Our session trade that moves 100 points, 200 points, maybe won't affect you, right? You'll have no problems with that. And it's valid. That's the beautiful thing about trading. The beautiful thing about trading is that 2 people can be in completely different opposite sides and both make money because they're following a plan. And there's no competition. I'm competing against myself in this game. I'm not competing against any one of you. I'm not competing against anyone else. I'm not even trying to compete against the market because I know that's a losing game. And you don't want to. You just want to join part of the market. You know? What a beautiful push. That's a very interesting candle. We need to take note of what time that came in. 11:35. 11:35. We have a little support here. If shit wants to continue down, there's more options. Any news? Not that we can see, but we're gonna have a look now. We're gonna have a look now in financial juice. Nah, nothing we can see. So GJ, we want a bottom wick here. No bottom wick on this candle. We want a bottom wick. Typical GJ price actions. Why I put it is my next pair, not my main. DAX is still trying for that upside, so I really want to see what it does in the range. Technically, this 5-minute close should be the one that allows it to push through the top of the range. But inside of the range, guys, this is where you can get all of this BS start to form. When all of this BS starts to form, you want to stay out. So we don't know yet because we don't have information. First Monday of the year, we need information. And this information will be told to us today. Do we see price push out? Do we see price reject? What do we see? We don't know. And we don't want to trade blind. If you want to trade blind and trade based on luck, you know, then it's okay. You know, there's probabilities, of course, but there's a difference. If you're someone not putting heavy risk like me, $1,000, $2,000 per trade, it's okay. You can give yourself opportunities. But once you start putting decent risk, which I would call that somewhat decent risk, especially in my books, maybe not for what the internet deems as decent risk. Yeah, it's okay. You're here to learn and make an effort. I did not take gold as it did not follow my plan of a pullback. You wanted a pullback. Am I wrong? How are you wrong for, okay, maybe you're asking, is your plan wrong? I don't think so. We did get a pullback. So what was your condition after the pullback? Maybe you wanted to sell on a retracement, which is totally fine. That means that you will not take a continuation move. Doesn't mean that your trading plan is bad. Like, that's the beautiful thing, is that your trading plan is going to keep you safe from continuation move. And maybe in the future, you can start to look, how can you add continuation moves to your plan, right? That's why, like, in the exclusive group, we have like so many different entries. Like the other day, I was speaking about the guys, to the guys about 1 minute entry that we use. We have this like 1 minute entry strategy in there. Like, some people might not be at the level to be implementing that. You know? Harry, can you do a backflip? I used to be able to. I used to be able to do one on one of those pads though, on the pad. Why don't you consider blocking that casino guy who keeps spamming your group? He's blocked by our admins, but they make new account. Hope you're well, fam. Doing well, good brother. Hope you're well. Backflip in a live trade? I haven't backflipped in ages. I used to do it only on the pad though. There's like this little sponge pad. I used to be able to do it on that. Trampoline, I used to be able to do like Baranis and stuff like that. 360 front flips, backflip with rotation, all of that BS. I used to be able to do that. But back then I was pretty light. I don't know now how I would cope. You fat now? Pretty much, I would say, compared to what I was before. 1 million subs equal backflip. I'll do something bigger. Guys, 100k subs, we have something bigger. 100k subs, I'm flying someone out to Dubai for a couple of days, man. That's huge. Who's doing that? You know? Hair care tips. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I have the same hair like you and similar length, by the way. Last 2 videos were great. Oh, thanks for the compliment. Yeah, hair care tips. I don't really give a shit, man. I just take a shower, put shampoo, conditioner, and that's it. Your job is done, man. Job is done. Do you think that there's a huge correlation with going to the gym and trading, like consistency or something? 1,000,000%. I definitely think that someone who goes to the gym and lives a life where they're keeping physically fit will perform better, not only in trading, but in life in general. Guaranteed. I can put a lot of money on that. A lot of money on that. There's only few individuals who do not have some sort of fitness regime and still perform very, very well in life. What is the explanation? Do you think your mind can physically perform optimal if you don't know your physical limits and are keeping yourself healthy? Healthy body, healthy mind. Healthy mind, healthy body. But a healthy mind will want the body to move. Any form of activity. I don't have to say gym. It could be any form of, even playing sport 3 times a week, right? Now, the second explanation is the discipline of having to do that. Like I've been going to the gym for a while, right? I eat a very, concentrated nutrition plan, the same food every single day. And that discipline is going to be translated everywhere else in my life. I did that before I was disciplined in trading. And without having that, I wouldn't be as fast disciplined in trading. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who have tried to get into a regime, you including yourself maybe, and maybe are not in that same routine. So the question is, if you're not in that same routine and can't stick to a routine, then you're probably not going to be able to stick to a routine in trading as well. So it's more about the routine, and you would want a routine that keeps you physically fit so it clears your mind. Second reason why gym is very popular with entrepreneurs, with traders, is because trading entrepreneurship is a pretty high stress lifestyle, and gym is a very good job, right? Gym is a very good task that helps with that. It helps drastically with that. I just want to convince a relative. I have a relative who's an auto mechanic, a lot of physical activity, but that guy is fat and unsuccessful. That's true. That is a laborious job. In a laborious job, he would need to fix diet, right? So maybe start him off with diet. Maybe start him off with diet, because that's going to be the first building block. Because he can still go to the gym and do more physical activity, but come home and smash 20 beers and eat pizza. It's going to be counterproductive. He's just going to not adhere to it. Like, it's the same thing when people ask me, Harry, what's the best nutrition plan and what's the best workout plan? I always tell people who are in this phase The best workout plan and the best nutrition plan is what you're going to adhere to for a long amount of time. What about gaming? I consistently try to climb up in ranks in League of Legends. Yes, but it's fine to game, but you have to realize that don't let gaming take over your life. Depending on how old you are, it's very hard to be a professional gamer. If you're 16, 17, you're trying to push for that professional gamer, you give yourself like a year. I'm serious. You have to be really hard on yourself when it comes to gaming, because, you know, by the age of 20, you should already be on teams and you should be, you know, the competition's massive, man. The competition massive. What rules your life? Desires of the mind or desires of the body? Interesting question. I would say desires of... Depends. But doesn't the mind always control the body? So whatever the body wants originates from the mind. Dax says a setup 1+3, unfortunate, no room to manage. What do you mean no room to manage? What do you mean by no room to manage? There is room to manage. I don't know what you mean by no room to manage. 5-minute resistance too close? Which one? This one up here? I am on the 5-minute. All these previous ones are not gonna... if you're taking that trade, you wouldn't care about it. So that's the point, is that you'd expect it to push past because it's just a 5-minute. Moderation is everything. Gaming is a hobby unless you're making money or consistent creation. I think you should balance it. I agree, but why isn't the same said for trading, right? People don't have the same mindset for trading. It should be. Trading is a hobby until you're making consistent money, right? Don't we agree on that? But everyone immediately comes into it trying to push it as a career when they're not making money yet, and then they put all of this emotional stress on themselves, all of this expectation stress on themselves, and then just drive themselves into a hole. You know? But if you just came into the same mindset, then it's good. The body says eat those hamburgers, sex with those 10 girls, spend money on this or that. The mind says watch your diet, save your money, be patient with your trades. Well, if that's the case, then definitely the mind. Definitely the mind. I appreciate everyone showing up on Monday though. It's really nice to be back, guys. I don't know, it feels good. I hope you guys are enjoying being back. I'm really looking forward to this year, you know, to pick it up strong and get some good trades in. First day back normally goes like this. Gold was really sexy, man. I really wish that we got that close, and maybe the toilet didn't, when I went to take a piss, it didn't do that. If you're enjoying, be sure to leave a like on the stream. I would appreciate that. A subscribe would also be appreciated. You guys know the drill. Any tips for Confluence for buying at highs, selling at lows, even though it's risky? It's not always risky. The time when it's really not risky is when you have structure. Because think about it this way. If we're going up and we're going down, what is happening here? Was buying at highs wrong? No. Was buying at highs wrong? No. Because in an uptrend, we expect price to break high and respect lows. Same thing with a downtrend, right? It's not wrong to be selling at this because maybe we don't get the opportunity to sell here. Maybe we don't get the opportunity to buy here. I don't enjoy watching your live on YouTube and I refuse to stop DCAing at the moment, but being present is better than being here once in a while. Okay, sorry to hear that. We'll be joining the exclusive back. It's worth more. Oh, you prefer? What do you change your YouTube name to? So you prefer to be in the exclusives. That's fair enough. 14 minutes for this 15 candle to close. I wonder if we get straight continuation. So what's interesting is Friday, this similar thing happened. I want to show you guys Friday. This was Friday. We saw this continuation trade after this big candle here. Actually, no, this was the continuation trade actually failed. You guys see that? This one here. It failed. Then New York it went. So we had the first close here. The continuation trade failed. It never triggered, but you could see there was no continuation. Even when this came down, it failed. Then New York gave the continuation. So do we get the same thing here, yes or no? Let's see what happened Frankfurt Open on DAX, guys. Nothing much, nothing too heavy on Frankfurt Open for DAX. Pretty chill Frankfurt Open, to be honest. GG with structure is what I'm waiting for. That does make sense. You mean London Open? Did I say something different? Going nuts already? What was the turning point when you realized, hey, I got this Forex thing after 2.5 years? Was it a light bulb moment? It wasn't a light bulb moment. It was a darkness moment. And that's the truth, is that it was just getting worse and worse and worse. Like, you know, as 1 year went by, nothing happened. And then I'm trading in my second year, it's getting worse. And I was making so much more money in crypto just by doing nothing, just by holding, just by doing nothing. And I'm like, what am I doing, man? But I realized it won't only go up. And as I started to sell my portfolio, I'm like, look, like, I have to give this a shot. Like, if it was meant to be this easy, then why is not everyone doing it? Like, I could read between the lines. Like, this was a very high pressure job. I had some uncles as well who used to, in the bar, used to speak to these guys from London trading floors. And they used to tell me like stories of what they would tell them and how intense it was and difficult and how much they would lose. And, you know, I'm said, this is a roller coaster of a journey. And I just put my head down. I put my head down. And what ended up happening is it became an accumulation of all of the hard work. And this has happened to me multiple times. It's not literally one thing that happens. It's you working. And then all of a sudden, all of that hard work that you put in pays off. But it was never linear progression. I never noticed linear progression, guys. And that's something that's strange, is I never noticed linear progression. It was never like, hey, I'm slowly getting better at this. No. It was like, I'm getting better at this, boom, complete goes to shit. Okay, I'm not good at this anymore. Then you try again, hey, I'm getting better at this, boom, not anymore. Complete goes to shit. And you're like, man, screw this shit, I'm done. And you think, what's going on? And all of that was just teaching you lessons and lessons and lessons. And it just becomes a routine. And within that routine, the consistency started to build. Because trading is not about who has the best skill. Trading is not about who has the most money. Trading is not about who is the smartest person in the room. Trading is who's the one who's the most consistent and disciplined to come and follow a process on a daily basis, regardless of the result, knowing that that process has an outcome that should be successful most of the time, right? And that's the big turning point, is that I had to really go down, take less trades, and say, let me just try to win 1 to 2 trades a month, get paid from that, and then scale after that. This was the biggest thing. And people don't really discuss that. And that's how it worked for me. And even in business, nothing is linear. I don't notice things linear. Everything I've done is kind of like you work, then only it works, it pays off. And if it doesn't work, you keep problem solving. You keep asking, why is it not working? Problem solve, problem solve. You know, it's not for the faint of heart. What do you think about prop firm, and what is your risk per trade if you try a challenge? I'd probably say if you're in the challenge phase, you need to be a good trader. So I can speak only on the experience of the guys in the group. And for them, they normally risk 1%, but I would say 1.5% should be good once you have the skills, right? So once you have the skills, I'd say 1.5%. Most of these guys in here were risking, even some of them risk up to 2%. You know, I'm speaking on behalf of these guys who have passed all their challenges, you know? You definitely don't want to be that full port. I think the 1.5 is pretty good, but you need to have the skill, man. Otherwise, there's no point of taking a challenge. All of you guys are just going to make these challenge guys rich. You don't want to give them money. It's okay to fail a couple, guys. It will be a learning process for most, you know. But really, guys, like, put the work in, learn the skill, surround yourself with an environment. Like, this is how the cycle goes. Like, this is how the cycle goes. In 2024, I learned some really important stuff. And there were some certain events that happened in 2024 that will happen in 2025. And the way that I trade those events are going to be key for me to make money. Now that comes from my experience, and that experience I will share to all of my guys in the exclusive group, because they're there trading with me and I want to see them succeed as well. And I'm there to trade with them. That's my point. Like, I want to have a community. It's why I stream. I like to have this engagement. I like to speak. Otherwise, maybe I start to do stupid shit on the chart, right? Because I get bored. So, interesting to see GJ double no bottom wicks. Not really seen that for a while. This is London Open 1 hour candle as well. No bottom wick. More sells, potential below there. Potential. GJ, it's pretty difficult, no bottom wicks, to be honest. Yeah. I did not mean that in a bad way, Harry. Hope you didn't take it. No, I didn't. I just didn't recognize the name. So I thought it's someone giving some hate, but it's all good. Well, remember this year, guys, my focus is going to be gold and DAX and then GJ, not GJ, gold and DAX. It will be gold, DAX and GJ as backup. Any reason why? Why what? Happy New Year, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Doing well, brother, and you? Your shift in interest in pairs? Yes, as policy shifted for the GBP JPY, we started to see it become more inconsistent. So why don't I focus my attention to pairs that are more consistent. It's just as simple as that. And that's the way I want to run it. Otherwise, you feel like, what's going on, you know. Shift in interest in your usual pairs. It's not a shift in interest, it's a shift of priority. Right? That's a big difference. Pairs are the same. I didn't change pairs. It's a shift in priority. And that's all from the data I could collect from 2024. Right? This is public data. You guys can have a look at that. There's a lot of trades here, man. 90 to 190. So over 100 trades here. Live. It's a good amount of data. Cheers, Sil. Have a good flight, brother. Are you not trading GU anymore? I don't want to trade 4 pairs. That's why. So I had to drop one. So depending on how it moves throughout the year. But at the moment, I'm sticking to 3 pairs max. I'm happy to see analysis and stuff like that. Yeah, of course. But just personally myself, I can't manage 4 pairs, guys. You know. Will you look into fundamentals if you concentrate on DAX? I already have. I already have. You are trading against your broker or against the World Trading Center? You're not trading against anyone. You're trading against the opposite party. When are you planning to open the exclusive group for joining? Probably we'll do it from tomorrow. From tomorrow. We always do that beginning of the year. I think that will be the biggest opening we have. Not I think, I know it will. We haven't opened for about, I think coming on to 3 months officially. Yeah, 2.5 for sure. So we'll see. If you asked all the guys in the exclusive group, they'll tell you the capacity we've kept in the group. We've never let it come really, really heavy, you know. I joined end of November. Depends which link you made it in by, though. There's not been an official opening. There's only been links and wait lists. So it depends if you join from that link or the waitlist link. But yeah, I don't know. I can check. The members that temporarily came out of the group can get in without having to be on the waitlist. Yes, when the group opens, there will be no waitlist. It will be just open. Depends on how many people join. You know me, like if 10 people join, 15, I'll probably close it up because I just like that cup. It's worked very well, guys. I mean, I hope everyone can, I don't have to just speak for myself, but I think the guys in the group can agree how controlled the group has been throughout the year. I think when I've opened the group, they have not turned around and said, oh, this is a mess. Too many people have just come in. Like, I never think there was a period where that happened, and personally, it's the way I want to keep it. You know? I've also made a max capacity. There's gonna be a max capacity. Once we reach that max capacity, entry requirements are gonna go up in the group. Entry requirements are gonna go up. There's a few people on waitlist, but they all got denied. So if you did get accepted to waitlist, make sure to check your emails. Check your emails. Is it a Discord group? Discord, Zoom, you get access to all WAP content. You get everything. I mean, if you're looking to kickstart your trading in the beginning of the year, wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, definitely don't be paying $500 for a course and all of that stuff. But essentially, you get access to all of this, which is sort of like, it is a course, you could say. But I've made this just for people who like to have stuff in order. All of this is in order, from beginner stuff to advanced stuff. A lot of advanced stuff, a lot of important topics. This is a lot of stuff that if I posted on YouTube would just not do well. Like, no one would watch this, so it wouldn't be worth it. Especially for the money I'm paying for YouTube, you know. Your analysis on gold sells, potential maybe sells below here, potential setup too. This move kind of sucked. It happened without giving a close below the 30 or at least a 5 close. GJ is very interesting for me here. I've never seen it back to back like this for a long time. No bottom wick, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. Which I don't like, just because if this becomes a trend, then I can of course trade without bottom wicks. Even if it makes a bottom wick, it's not a big issue if it's gonna be a trend. But today being the first day we come back to trading, we don't know that yet. We don't know that. How much is it? It's $1.8 per day. Your full trading course for 2025 was good. I learned a lot, but I'm a bit lost at the LTA bit. Yeah, that can take some practice to identify those zones. Sending charts with your LTAs would help to identify them. No, I remember when I was in the group, not everyone even finished the videos. They're very useful. I made a good amount just watching most of the videos and using it on crypto. That's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, the videos in there are a great resource. But they're there if anyone wants to use them. I mean, I'm not gonna force them to watch videos, but, you know. I'd say the biggest advantage of the group is no delay on streams. Streams have delay. No matter how much I put the settings down, they have delay. So sometimes there's clutch situations. You're not going to be able to react to it because there's like a 3-4 second delay. You know? I was really hoping we actually catch that gold sells for today. That was going to be the move of the day for me. How big was this candle? Let's have a look. We need to use this information. 50 pip candle is brilliant, man. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'm very happy to see that volume, guys. You have to be... I know it seems like, wow, okay, but look at the markets, man. Monday, look what we're doing. We're moving, guys. Like, this is really good. Oh, man, someone's at the door. Who's this? Give me a sec, guys. I ordered some stuff. Today's actually my mother's birthday, so a bit busy getting all stuff organized. Give me a sec. Happy birthday to Mama. Yes, yes. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you. I'll send her that in chat. What did you buy for her? See, Christmas and I put a combined gift. Bought her, well, I'm gonna take her there because she needs to try it on, but buying her some L'Europeana shoes. I'll take her for dinner as well to an expensive restaurant, and that's it. That's it, that's it. Damn, Laurel? Yeah. She'll like it, I guess. Just some woman loafers. Best gift dinner with her? Yeah, we do that all the time. It's like classic. All I go is coffee. Be grateful you were supposed to pay me. I end up paying. Look, you come, I give you all free free stuff and I pay. I'm joking. So this is really interesting information on DAX, guys. I expect dinner next time. I told you if you want to go to Fresh, we can go. Imagine, he came to, I'll expose you now, I'll expose you now. He came to meet me, he says, I can't stay for long, my missus is expecting me. And I drove to him, he didn't even come to me. You know? Can you imagine? I take the effort to drive to him, bro. How kind. Can I recover my loss on this stream? If you concentrate, lock in, and follow the plan and become a disciplined trainer, yes. Not trainer, trader. You can. So DAX was very interesting. We talked about how this would just become shitty in a range, and I wanted to watch that. So, yeah. I don't see any entry option for me, to be honest. Anyone see anything they would have tried? Maybe this, but it wouldn't have given you... Hopefully you could have got to break even. What do you think about Don Vo's trading style? What is your opinion? I think it needs to be... If you want my honest opinion, at the end of the day, I have respect for everyone. I'm not here to hate on anyone. I want to make that very, very clear. But based on what's happened, I do think there needs to be some form... I personally think that that style of running that massive SL can be dangerous long term. I definitely think his process and analysis and stuff is great. It's very similar. It's price action based. But we need to, I think it needs to be addressed, which he can make simple changes to avoid being put in those difficult situations. And that would just be my feedback. Like, if he came to me and said, Harry, do you have any recommendations? I would tell him, your entries most of the time go into profit. Very rarely does it have to go in major drawdown. So why not just adjust stop loss and accept your win rate to go lower? Right? Who cares about what people think about you? Yes, it won't be as hype on stream, you know, and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, what are you here for? Here to protect capital and make money. Unless not. If that's something different, then it doesn't matter. That was Frankfurt open candle. No entry on that. Yeah. Donvo scam people? Yeah, I know what happened. Everyone knows what happened. He made more money? Made more money what? That's not a complete sentence, bro. Yeah, build clout, make them trust, and take a lot of money from them. Yeah, I don't really want to get into that, as I just don't like to discuss what's going on with other people and focus on me, but it is a shame. But I saw his story. He's back. He's gonna stream. When does summertime shift? April, I think. Guys, what's going on? Let's see what's gonna be an option here. Maybe he ran out of money, that's why he's back. Yeah, you can make assumptions and people can talk about what's all going on, but at the end of the day, it's just it, man. I have to follow through. But people are degenerates in this game, man, if I'm being honest. Like, people will forgive that just to have a gamble, you know? Gave this a shot, almost to TP, was a good trade but struggled to go up. Yeah, you did plan it, we said it made sense. Well done for the hold. It's almost at TP. I think you should adjust your TP to what price action says. This is a major mistake people make. Put it, price action says here. Price action doesn't say what's here, bro. Tell me what's here. You do everything perfect, but you're greedy just for that extra because that's your maybe 1-to-1 or something. You see that mistake? So then what? It comes here, rejects what price action says, and you don't make anything, or you end up closing here just because you want to make something. Nah, take what price action says, see what happens here, start to see rejection, get out. It's your job done, right? That's what price action said. So yeah. Man, this is interesting on GG, man. Straight rip here. What a shame. No bottom wicks. But I've got the information I need for today, guys. I've got the information I need for today. Very simple. Tomorrow, we have a lot of information to play with. Check this out. Gold. What did we see? 11:30. That 11:30 time is being good. We saw the same thing on Friday. We know what to do with gold, right? And the second thing is we wanted that 5-minute close. I think that would have made everything perfect here. First day of my trading day, I'm not... Listen, guys, go and look at my stats on January. You will see taking it slow is how I'm going to make the most money this month. And if you want to make the most money this month, okay, that's up to you. If you want to take the most trades this month because that feels more exciting, that is also up to you. So you make the decision now, most money or most trades. I can't tell you the result of most trades because for me, if I start taking tons of trades, I know for a fact I'm going to start losing, which I really don't want. So information day today, it seems like. Information I've gained, 11:30, brilliant time. Big boy volume coming then. GBP JPY, also good volume came, but no entry that follows my plan here. In terms of it being no bottom wicks. I need bottom wicks. It's part of my plan. If this becomes a trend, then I can adapt to that trend. You know, for now, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, no bottom wick is pretty nuts. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I've ever... Has anyone seen this? 1, 2, 3, 4 candles back to back, no bottom wicks, just like that. It's pretty... Not all the time do I get to see that. So that's new. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. Oh, there we go. Makes finally a bottom wick. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna end up happening tomorrow. GJ will set up for New York. There could be a beautiful little setup too here. Keep an eye on that. That's gonna be good, and I'm looking forward for that. And gold as well is doing exactly what I wanted to do, but this will come after stream, which is gonna be looking for continuation of sells. Guys, we've retraced the whole move. Whole move is retraced. So what does that mean? Any type of structure shift, first setup 2 normally fails, right? We can see, boom, the move down. be doing it regularly from the 20th of December. Interesting fact. We need to keep an eye because we can adapt to that easily. Because the fact is, if you know, bottom wicks are not going to be a threat if it keeps on happening. I would say they're more a threat on higher time frames. So this is the information I need. This is the information I need. Make sure to show up tomorrow. It was a pleasure to have you guys on the first stream. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't get the confirmation on gold, but that's okay. We will get plenty of trades. We have a whole year of trades, and we're coming for that 100 wins in a row. Hopefully tomorrow is the day we get 100 wins in a row. Wins or loss, doesn't matter. I'm here to make money, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I appreciate everyone showing up on stream. Gonna chill with the guys in the exclusive, and yeah, take care, guys, and hopefully catch you on tomorrow's stream. Let's kick off this year and continue it. Big things ahead. Much love. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.